So basically, ESPN fired RG3 for being too black and speaking his mind. Even though he was called a cornball brother by Rob Parker a decade ago when he played, and he ain't seen as the most downward cat. Some people look at RG3 as cornball and borderline sellout, and he got different takes. But he apparently they didn't like the fact that he was giving support for Lamar Jackson, who's a two-time league MVP, who's been disrespected left and right by a lot of people in the media. You remember Bill Polian? Remember that Bill Polian guy? That guy. Buffalo Bills GM, Indianapolis Colts GM, Super Bowl success, who kept saying that Lamar don't make it as a flanker. He had no business being a quarterback. Yeah. White dude, call out. Yeah. Yeah. So you defend a black quarterback who's been maligned, who just went to his first AFC Championship game, which he lost to Patrick Mahomes, but will be featured at the start of the season coming up against Mahomes to start the season. And what did RG3 do wrong in that? Have I not seen white commentators not go to the support of fellow quarterbacks? But I got to remember, black on black is not acceptable. And then when he talks about Kyle Shanahan, because Mike Shanahan was his coach, but he was ripping him. Well, what did he say wrong about Kyle Shanahan? Kyle Shanahan didn't gift wrap Patrick Mahomes 2 Super Bowls in 2 different ways in the last 4 years. One time you lose with Jimmy G overthrowing Emmanuel Sanders, which I still can't believe. Fast as Emmanuel Sanders could go, it's one thing. You come back, you don't understand the times and overtime. Brock Purdy comes short and you lose at the end at the gun. That is on you. And you've all them NFC Championship games with all this quarterback rotation, and you still get white privilege. Yes, I call shenanigans, as one of my contributors, Ted, always points out when we do the live stream talk about football and 49ers. After a while, you do look bad. Because you have the most important team that's not Kansas City that's represented every year, but you can't get over the hurdle and the hump with all this stacked talent. So it does become a coach. So what is he missing when he talks about these two things? And the disrespect of Lamar Jackson, Mike Florio, he didn't get fired for that popping his gums about dissing Lamar, but then Lamar be putting pieces up on people. Had to eat crow. See, they racist as all get out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that RG3 wasn't kind of bland or wasn't kind of corny, but to demote him, especially when nobody really cares about Monday Night Football like that no more, no one really cares who's in that booth. You had John Gruden in there, okay? You'll never live that down. What could RG3 say that is worse or more asinine than what John Gruden, when John Gruden gets his own name taken off in Tampa Bay off the stadium and Super Bowl winning quarterback for being racist? So miss me with that. ESPN's logic makes no sense. RG3 should still be able to be, the same network that employed Will Cain employed Rush Limbaugh, and they're pushing JJ Redick stiff, don't really give answers, standoffish, and promote him like he's something. And let's do career trajectory, shall we? RG3 is more credible as a quarterback than JJ Redick was as a point guard and professional. Let's keep 100. Plus, RG3 was part of the reemergence of black quarterbacks in the last 12 years. And I point to 2012 because that was the start where it became more normal as opposed to it being like a few here and there. So let that count for something. But you know how these racist networks are. These plantations is the same. And they replaced him with Jason Kelce. And I like Kelce. Kelce's a cool dude. Travis's, brother, he's got personality and all that. But really, and I think if Kelce comes in, could be like a Jeff Saturday thing, offensive line, on the line, and eventually hook him up with a bad coaching job gig, and he'll be rocking the blazer. You know how it's gonna go. Lose weight, clean him up. You know how it go. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another and share the view if you like them. On peace.